title of this message is The Power of Choice. And how we choose, and the things we choose, and why we choose. And sometimes we think some of the choices that we make are so minute, but become so generational. And sometimes we are put in a position and in a lifestyle, it seems like it's just a generational curse. But who told you that? We can change if we want to change. A lot of times we dig ourselves in a hole, but when you're digging yourself in a hole and you feel like you're in a hole, stop digging. That's all you got to do is stop digging.
Amen.
We have to understand that God is there for support. He is supporting us, our Father. And He gave us a book, which is the most powerful book in the world. It's called the Bible. And that B-I-B-L-E, basic instructions before leaving earth. But the key word is said basic, not complicated, not hard. This is not algebra. Basic instructions. These are very simple instructions, but we make them hard by choice. We make them very hard. But we have to understand that these choices that we make, whether it be friends, we can't change the family that God gave us, but God gave us that family for a reason. All of us have family that have addiction in there, whatever kind of addiction, whether it be drugs, pornography, whatever. But it might be you that God made sure you was in that family to get them out of the problems and the struggles that they're going through and say, hey, I've been there. So we're talking about choices. We're going to be reading today out of Deuteronomy 11:26. Deuteronomy 11:26. Deuteronomy 11:26. Are we there yet? Somebody say amen. Amen. It says, behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse. He said, behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse. A blessing if you obey the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you this day. And a curse if ye not obey the commandments of the Lord your God, but turn aside out of the way which I command you this day, to go after other gods which ye not know. And that's the first commandment in the 10 Commandments. You shall have no other gods before me. And see, a lot of times we're thinking about worshiping these other gods. But is it your money? Is it your cars, your houses? Whatever you're putting in. There's an old story about a Cherokee chief, very old wise man, was giving some knowledge and some wisdom to his young grandson. And he says, son, there's 2 wolves fighting inside of every man and every woman. And he looked at him and said, 2 wolves? What? He said, follow me now. He said, 1 wolf has anger, envy, resentful, revengeful, hate. The other one, loving, caring, respectful, forgiving. He said, well, Grandpa, which one wins? He said, whichever one you feed the most. So which one are you feeding? Which wolf is winning in your heart today? We need to understand that we need to always keep going and constantly keep moving forward. God doesn't want you to be stagnant. He doesn't want you to just sit there and not do anything. He wants you to be a soldier moving forward towards Him. We have to constantly keep looking towards Him. There's an old saying that says, when you think life has robbed you, it's always an inside job. We're always constantly somebody else for what we have not done. But some of us, oh, white man, really? How long we going to go off that one? You know I was a slave. I ain't never seen no change in it.
Talk to him, man.
But we always have excuses on why we have not succeeded in life. But it's an inside job. That means it came from the inside. These brothers and sisters have been working on something called they are under constructing, but I'm saying this today, and I told them this when I was here 2 weeks ago, but not under constructed. God has made sure that everybody has everything that he wanted you to have. Whether you can't see, can't hear, can't walk, can't talk. I was listening to a message the other day, and there's a man that he just passed away, but he was on tour, but he cannot speak, and he's on a speaking tour. On tour, he cannot speak because of a rare disease that spread through his body, but he's on a speaking tour. Sold out everywhere. So what he did was he typed it. Technology allowed you to type it. So what's your excuse? We have no more excuses on why we can't do, because we have a God that has everything. Everything. When we have a God that has everything, we're talking about things that really serve no purpose in our lives, but it really means something. And when we look at the banks, we're spending a lot of time dealing with the banks and what they've done to and what they haven't done to and what they could do and why they're doing this. But understand something, you're dealing with a God that already told you that you are going to be a success. What does that feel like to know that you cannot lose? But oh ye a little faith. Believe in what he said. He said, I will never forsaken you, or I will never leave you.